Alan, what is the best 10-foot feeder rod for commercial work in store?
For commercials, right. I can definitely show you the couple which we sell and sell plenty of, because I don't do that much commercial fishing, especially in the summer months, but these have gone ever so well straight away. And this year they've done a new range of Diarrhea Slims.
So these are straight away, this is a top end rod, isn't it?
This is a top end rod, this one, yeah.
The graphics, look at them, very sexy.
I just love these rods.
Keep them still for us. Oh yeah, look at that. They do look very, very nice.
Now, this one is, and they've done them a bit different this year. They've done a few variations of this rod as well. So we've got a straight foot. It depends what kind of fishing you do as well with commercials, because it's growing in it. This F1 fishing's mega at this time of year. But all these commercials as well are full of skimmers and bream, and then also you've got your bigger fish. So what I've done is I've picked 3 rods which I like myself, and a couple of them I do use. But what I've done is I've picked 3 rods, but I've picked the 2 different versions. So I've got the 10-foot Arity, which is just the 10-foot Arity feeder. So, and then we've got the 10-foot Arity power feeder. So depending on what kind of fishing you're doing, you've got a rod to suit. So this is what I'm going to say. This is more for my winter fishing and F1 fishing and normal fishing. And then this one is my pellet feeder fishing, bigger fish fishing, like places like Allcroft.
Let's have a look at the difference between the two then.
So you've got both identical rods, but you'll see, can you grab
2 tips at once?
No, I don't think you'll be able to do it that way. But this is the power feeder. So you can
still soft in the tip though, isn't it?
Yeah,
oh, that's gorgeous.
But there's still loads of power in this butt section for when them fish come under your feet, Tom, you can lift them.
Yes.
So that's the 10-foot power.
Yeah.
Then this is just the standard 10-footer. Now this is a lot softer.
Lots, isn't it? Lovely, like, as you say, all round the rod,
all
that,
round,
isn't it?
If you're just having one, you just go with a 10-foot feeder. But if you can have the choice or whatever, one of each of these, and that's most of your commercial fishing covered. Because that's your summer rod, out and out summer rod for bigger fish and what have you. But this one then doubles up as your like bomb and corn rod as well through the winter months. Your F1 fishing in the summer, your skimmer fishing in the winter, and bream fishing on these commercials. So there's a balance between having 2 different rods, and you do need 2 different rods for fishing for different fish. That one will cast further as well with your method on. So, and it'll cast it straighter because it's a little bit stiffer in the butt section. You don't get that
wobble on the cast,
wobble and flicking on your cast. So like that one will cast a conventional feeder 30 to 40 meters quite comfortably, and a small method as well, that kind of distance. This one with a small method on, you can easily cast 50 to 60 meters with that, with the extra power in the butt section as well. So there is a difference, but these are probably 2 of the best rods on the market.
And how much do they cost?
This one is, the 10-foot quiver is £489.99, and the power feeder is £499.99. 500
quid rods.
So 500 quid rods. So you asked me which at best.
Yeah.
So
and you've told me.
And I've told you.
Let's have a look what else you've got though, because you have got some other selections there, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got some other selections. Now, my favourite range of short rods, what I use these a lot for my silverfish fishing as well as commercial fishing, but they do double up again. So I use the Parabolics Ultra 2s. Okay. These ones. I love these rods.
Get focused on. Yeah, lovely.
I think it's the butts. The butts look so different on these to every other rod.
They do look nice, don't they?
They look lovely. So again, I've gone for a 10-foot SUV, and then I've gone for the 10-foot feeder. Now the 10-foot feeder is meant to go rod for places like Southfield for that short line, up to 20-25 metres. I use this on New Junction Canal for fishing across because it's only 30 metres wide on there. But then we've got the SUV, which is again a cart rod. So this one's the 10-foot SUV. Still quite soft. These are definitely a bit softer than the Aerities, but it depends what kind of fishing you want to do. So that's the 10-foot SUV, and then this is the 10-foot feeder, and this is a dream for skimmer fishing.
Oh, that's lovely and soft, isn't it? That's beautiful.
Isn't it? That winter pairs at Allcroft and places like that, that's a dream, is that one?
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. Price-wise on these two, 10-foot feeder is 240 quid, and the 10-foot SUV is 255 quid. Now, for the fishing that I do, there is no wrong with them rods whatsoever. They fit all the briefs. What I
and almost half price of the others. Well, one of them is half price, and the other one's a bit more.
Basically half price. Or you
the
can have two
Aerities.
for one.
Yeah, two of them for the cost of one Aerity. Yeah.
One Aerity, but it depends. It's like anything. Why do people have BMWs and Porsches when, you know, like a Skoda or a Mondeo do virtually everything what them do?
Well, they all get you from A to B, but it's a style in which they do it, Alan.
It's the badge hunters. The old badge hunters. Now, this rod, these two rods, again, these, I always go back to these because for value for money, you ain't going to get much better than these. Now, I've probably picked one of them up wrong. I've picked the 10.
You want to change your choice? You can if you want.
Can I change my choice?
You can.
Right, I'm going to
Nobody's seen it yet.
change my choice. That is just an out-and-out winter skimmer fishing rod, that one. The 10-foot SL.
So these are Free Spirit.
Free Spirit feeder lights. But I'm going to put that one down today because you asked me for commercial fishing because you threw that in the end after I'd already made me.
Sorry, pal. Sorry.
So I'm going to go for these two.
Right.
As I said, value for money, you ain't beating these. If you just want a couple of rods, whether you're a top-end match angler, club angler, pleasure angler, whatever you want to do, these rods will do everything that you want to do, plus a bit more, and these are fantastic value for money. So, this is my to-go-to cart rod.
Yeah.
The CTX cart feeder 10-footer.
Yeah.
And then this one's the 10-foot feeder light.
Okay.
Now this is quite a bit softer than the cart feeder, but for winter fishing on commercials, for skimmers.
Yeah, that's it. Let me get on it.
Or maybe bomb and corn fishing in winter, you know, when you're after F1s and stuff like that.
Yeah, a bit of everything, yeah.
Bit of everything, that one.
Okay, let's have a look at the action.
So, this one is the 10-foot cart feeder.
10-foot cart feeder. Again, it's got the power, but it's not ridiculously pokey, is it?
No, there are a lot different action these to what they're seeing when you just let it go and go like that. You won't think it's going to bend.
No.
But that's the 10-foot cart feeder, and then this is the 10-foot feeder light. So again, for winter fishing on commercials, for skimmers and F1s and carp,
yeah,
because you don't always need an heavy. It's surprising in winter when you go places like Allcroft and that, and we fish them silverfish leagues. You fish an 18 012 hook length to an LWG or something like that, or even a finer wire hook than that, and it's amazing what you can get out. You don't always. I think sometimes if your rod's softer, this is what Tommy always says when he's fishing, and Tommy likes soft rods. Because sometimes with a softer rod, they don't pull back as hard. Yeah. So they seem to come in a bit easier sometimes. So, but if you're fishing up against snags and that, you do need an heavier rod. But most of the fishing, you can get away with a feeder light more than anything. Price-wise, 10-foot cart feeder is 130 quid. So that's even cheaper still. So that's like a quarter of the price, near enough. Nearly half price. 100 quid cheaper than the matte ones, and the matte ones are fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the feeder light again is about 120, 125 roughly price wise. So again, we're coming in real under budget on, but they're still
top end rods really in quality.
They are top end rods, 100%.
So I suppose all that remains to be said is we probably do think the Heritage are the best, probably, but for the price point, you have to look at that as well, don't you?
Yeah. Not everybody can afford an Heritage, you know, and my view of it is on with a 10-foot rod. I always think it's different when you start going 11, 12, 13 because the more you pay for a rod doing that price, it's doing a specific job for me.
Yeah.
It's for distance fishing or it's for out and out bream fishing or whatever. But for commercial fishing, when you've got a 10-foot rod, 9 times out of 10 on a commercial with a 10-foot rod, you're not chucking it more than 30 metres.
No.
And with up to 30 metres, you can cast a swivel with most rods on that.
That's it, innit? Exactly.
And 90% of the time then they're sat on a rod rest.
Yeah.
So you're only picking them up when you've got a fish on or just to wind in to rechuck in. And I don't think, value for money, you can beat either the CTXs or the matte ones. But if money's no object, buy yourself an Heritage.